So I'm Benjamin with Tech to Elevate, and here we have Shanita Young with Tech to Elevate, who will be doing the bulk of our presenting today on ChatGPT. We're excited that you all could join us, and we hope that you can continue to join us in future webinars. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat, the Q&A as we go throughout, and hopefully we'll be able to see those questions, get those answered to the best of our ability, and you can always feel free to email us after this event and make sure to stay in touch. We're based out of Western Pennsylvania, but we'd be happy to meet with you in person or virtual, and we're really excited to get this presentation going to learn a lot of the basics about ChatGPT. We know that AI and a lot of things similar to this can be new and confusing, and there's a lot of cool features that we've been discovering ourselves. A lot of different benefits to ChatGPT, whether it's personal or professional. And so I think we're ready to get into it. Shanita?
Yes. Thank you, Benj. And yes, thank you for joining us. Again, as he said, my name is Shanita Young. I'll be your presenter today. I'm originally from the Pittsburgh area, always passionate about helping others. I am an ACC AmeriCorps member, which is the American Connection Corps, and I am serving at Tech to Elevate as a digital coach. And just to tell you a little bit about Tech to Elevate, we do provide digital skills training and resources, and also look to assist with home connectivity as well as devices to our community members so that we can help build that confidence with using technology in the daily life. So, and again, thank you for joining us. As Ben said, we're just going to do like an introduction into Chat GPT. So we're glad that you came and chat with us. So we're just going to go ahead and get started just into the initial start, which is what is Chat GPT and how does it work? Which Chat GPT is actually was introduced by OpenAI, and that was in September of 2021 that they had introduced that to us. And if you have heard, I'm pretty sure you probably have heard of the AI, the artificial intelligence, which Chat GPT is also. That uses natural language to more so create a human like conversation. So, and how does it work? You would provide it with a prompt, and then in response to whatever prompt you actually provided, it's going to provide you with different feedback or maybe even a suggestive form based on the prompt that you have provided it. So it is trained on that. Right. And then again, just getting started with Chat GPT. So the first start is, of course, you have to set up an account. So in this example, I'm just showing you how you would initially go in and set up an account with Chat GPT, which is with your email. You would definitely need an email to set up an account. And you'll see that it gives you different options where you can actually sign in using your email. And then once you actually provide the email, it's going to send to your email like a verification. Once you have opened that message with the verification, it would create your account. You would be finalized. So it's really simple with creating that account. All you need is that email. And of course, setting up a password, which you see here, I kind of messed up with the characters myself. So you definitely want to make sure that you create a strong password and that you go by the basis that it's asking you. So at least 12 characters. Right? And see, it's asking me to verify my email. So I go into my email, click the link, and it opens right up. And it should open right up. Let's see. And then once you have verified your email address, this would be the initial page that you're on, and you'll see the different versions of Chat GPT, which is the Chat GPT 3.5 is the free version, which is fine to use. I definitely have only used the free version myself. They also have the Chat GPT 4, which is the paid version of $20 a month. And there's a little bit more features to that where you can like browse directly. Like say if you were using like a Google, you can browse it, but that of course is with the paid version, right? And then just to get into a few examples as far as the everyday use or benefits you can implement with using Chat GPT, we'll just be showing you a few different examples of how you can utilize it, right? And first is start the conversation with a prompt. So you're going to provide it with a prompt, which you'll see in this example. I'm going to provide a simple prompt. And also with using Chat GPT, you always want to fact check. So you'll see here that I made a prompt. Who founded Google? It provided me with the founders of Google, the year that it was actually developed, and a little bit about their background. So also in this example, you'll see where I'm going to do my own fact check to see if it matches up with what Chat GPT provided. And you see it matches up to exactly what Chat GPT had provided me as the question. So that's another thing. It doesn't always have to be a full conversation or writing or anything like that. You can simply do like a question just as you would do in Google and use Chat GPT for that. Now it is a, well, some would say it would be a little age. A lot of the information is from September going back to September, and I'm sorry, the start date was actually September, well, 2022 they actually started it, but September of 2021 is what the information they provide. But I also see that they are looking to make some updates, so some of the answers are a little beyond just September of 2021. So they're actually looking to make some updates going as far as April of 2023. So that's pretty far as the information and feedback it can provide. Right. And this is just another prompt. I asked for it to suggest 5 soul food cooking books. And you'll see where it gives me that suggestion. And you always want to try to provide feedback. And I'll be showing you the different icons where you can use to provide your feedback, whether it's good, bad, um, and that is actually to regenerate. So we're regenerating this prompt where it's regenerating the answers that it provided me initially. And then it's asking, do you like this better? Is it worse or is it the same? I
And so
think,
one of the,
yeah,
I was just gonna say one of the nice features with ChatGPT is that you can keep asking it over and over again and give it those further directions. So it's not like Google where if you don't know what keywords to search for, you don't know how to search it, you can just keep going back in and ask it more and more details.
exactly. You can keep on, and you'll see that it keeps the history of your chats on the left hand side. You'll see where it still has the initial question that I asked before. So you can, as Ben said, you can definitely continue to ask questions, give it prompts, and have that change. All right. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next example, which in this example, I am just creating another prompt, which is what are some 5 shows to watch on Netflix? And you'll see that prompt. And if you see down here where it's actually um, like a clipboard down there, I'll show you again. It stops. All right. So it regenerated because I put a thumbs down. I selected thumbs down as far as the answer provided. So it regenerated a different response. This time I selected worse, and you'll see it again regenerate another response. Um, Also, just to add with that, you can provide like your additional feedback, like literally typing it out. It doesn't have to be where you just select the option and say, oh no, this is not good. You can actually say what it is that was not good about the response that's provided, because they work on the feedback that is being provided so that they can update that data if need be. So you definitely want to provide feedback, feedback, feedback. Right. And you see now I have 3 different answers. And you see that clipboard, that's where you can actually copy. Say if you want to copy the response, you can copy and paste that response yourself if you wanted to remove it from this screen setup. Right. And then, of course, safety and responsibility. I picked this example from the jobinsiders.com. It's referring to as the ABCs of Chat GPT safety. So the accuracy, again, as I said from the start, you definitely want to be prepared to either check the responses that it provides you, fact check, and also be prepared to proofread. You know, everything that Chat GPT provides you doesn't necessarily, don't think that it's just right and just go by it. Do your proofreading, and your fact check. So, and then also B, which is for bias. And that I also mentioned earlier, as far as the data that it's drawn from being from 2021 and earlier. But I do have an example that I believe it gave me January of 2022. So, like I said, they are working to update that data as far as April 2023. So it's being updated as well. And then C, confidentiality. You definitely want to be mindful of the information that you're entering in. Of course, you don't want to enter in any personal information, like I would say names, social, all this data is being collected. So just as you're providing feedback, you, those responses are being collected and everything. So even if you do disable the chat history, which I will show you that in the next example, I still would definitely be mindful of the information that you enter in chat GPT. So right. And then this example is where I'm going to show you a few of the settings as far as what can be done. And just as I said, as far as that disabling that history as well. Right. And you can clear all your chats if you wanted to. Like in that left hand column, all the chats that it's collecting the history. I believe it goes back some time, but you can clear it all and just have it just a clear bare screen. And this is where you would actually be able to disable your chat history. You'll see. So I disabled it. If you do decide that, hey, I don't want to use chat GPT no more anymore. I just want to go ahead and delete my account. Be mindful of deleting your account, because if you delete it, it does warn you that once you delete it, it will be permanent and you cannot use the same email as you have used before. Like it's a permanent deletion. So all the data that you have entered in within that 30 days, everything. So just be mindful of that too if you decide that you just want to delete the account. But it's good that it gives you that warning before you actually just go in to delete the account. All right, and learning and growing with Chat GPT. Um, it can be very useful as far as using Chat GPT if you're like writing a paper. Maybe you're writing email responses. It definitely helps to give you a idea, or anything that you may have not been thinking about, or if you're a little insecure of how you may need to set up your paper or your email. So this is just another example to give you, as far as if you were setting up an email. This example, I used it more so as, I guess you can say, a complaint. I'm requesting a replacement because um, the package that I purchased wasn't delivered at a certain time frame. So um, chat is giving me that response, and it also gives you the example of what to include: your order number, tracking number, different things to include or think about when you're writing that email inquiry, because more information that you include, of that's definitely going to help with not delaying the process of them looking up your information or giving you a resolution for your problem. So it's just helpful to have that to think about as well with using Chat GPT. Right. And then language translation. This I gave the example of how to translate my order in Spanish. So I ordered a double cheeseburger, fries, and a vanilla milkshake. I don't think I would go for vanilla though. I probably would want cookies and cream. That's more so my speed. But in this example, I use vanilla. Um, and you see that it gave me that response into how I can order it. But then I switched up and I made another prompt to translate that same order in Chinese. And then it again gave me that response to translate it in Chinese. Right? Chat GPT as your personal assistant. I mean, we definitely have those moments where whether planning, help me plan a Robux slumber party for a 12-year-old boy. And can you provide me some ideas? And he gave me a whole breakdown of everything that I can even everything you could possibly think of, from the entertainment, the party favors, safety and supervision. I mean, it gave a whole breakdown of things to consider when you're planning this party. So I just thought that was so neat that you could do. And so again, you can do as many prompts as you want. So you see, I asked, well, create an invitation for me. And it created that invitation, gave it a title. It has all the information you want to include on your invitation. It's just neat to use. Like, and sometimes our lives get so busy and you think you thought of everything, but you really haven't. So to have a list of things to check off, I think that just makes life so much easier. And I'm just going over so you can see the different ideas that it provided with that prompt.
I would say some of the further benefits with ChatGPT over Google is, if the search result's too long and it gives you too many options, you can ask it to boil it down to what's most important or what you want to focus on. But if you want more details, you can always ask it more, say, what am I missing? What can I add to this to really flesh out whatever you're working on?
Exactly. Or even if it, like Benj was saying, if you wanted to limit it, if you feel like the response it gave you is a little too broad. But again, you can also use those feedback icons to provide your own feedback at the end too, because it, like I said, they love feedback with the chat. Right. We'll go ahead and make another prompt, which I wasn't really feeling the title. So I asked for it to change the invitation title for me. Meal plan. So in this example, I do ask for the chat to provide me a meal plan for a 7-day meal. And you see again where I'll incorporate, ask it to change things, incorporate something else. Right. So I'm gonna ask it to not include tomatoes and make it more kid friendly. Initially, that's going to be my next prompt. But you'll see that it provide that breakdown 7-day breakfast, lunch, and dinner of a meal plan. And you don't have to be really formal either with your prompts. You know, something simple, you give it a prompt, is definitely going to incorporate what you ask. And you see, I kept it simple. And now it's giving me without tomatoes and a lot of kid friendly mini this, mini that, mini this, mini that. So it's a lot of kid friendly meals. Right? But it's neat to, take advantage of this option. Right? And I'm just going down so you can see the different meals that it actually is giving us. Right. And there goes your 7-day meal plan all written out. All right. Then another prompt to think about is that you can have financial wisdom. So navigating money matters with ChatGPT is another prompt that you can think of setting up. So in this example, I will ask that it provides a budgeting plan. And you'll see I started over where I requested a new chat, and again, you see the history of the chats, the prompts that we initially had entered in on the left hand side. So it's creating a budgeting plan for a family of 4. And it incorporated the primary, secondary income, all the expenses, and also providing even budgeting tips. So you can really get a real detailed breakdown of things. Right. And again, just letting you see the different information that it's including. All right. So next, your travel and adventure companion. You can definitely use ChatGPT to help plan your travel. Maybe you're thinking of different events or excursions, I should say, that you may want to involve yourself in. So it helps you consider those when you're traveling as well. So you'll see that in the few examples we have next. And also considering maybe where you're traveling, the culture might be different. So you want to know what you may be looking towards, or how you can definitely get the best out of your travel. For this one, it was for Japan, and you see, it gave me a long list of stuff to do or to think about. Right? And then next, I'll be asking more so, what's the culture there? In my next prompt. And it provides that feedback, let you know things to be considered. Just to be informative. And again, don't be afraid to fact check. It's giving you these ideas, but you don't have to just rely solely on Chat GPT. You can definitely use it as I guess, a guide, so to speak. Fact check what the responses are. And if it's wrong, provide them that feedback. Like, hey, this was not correct. So thumbs down. Right. And that would be all. So we're definitely going to end it out with a little homework. First thing, set up an account with Chat GPT, and then create your first chat. And you can go to chat.openai.com to get started. And if you didn't remember the actual address that's being provided today, you can always Google Chat GPT. It definitely will bring it right up for you with no problem. But that, we definitely wanted to leave you with a little homework to for you to get started with Chat GPT and actually utilize the benefits of it. Right. And as always, we want to leave you with a quote, which I actually got from Chat GPT, but it did not have an offers. But it definitely goes with our webinar today as far as the chat. So conversations are like a dance of words where the rhythm is understanding and the melody is a connection. So I just say it's the rhythm of the words. You're putting those words together, and initially you're making that connection. So with conversations, we're trying to make that connection with each other. So I just thought that was a cool quote. Anyway, right. And again, we do offer free digital coach skill services. We offer one-on-one coaching where you can schedule appointments with us for supportive services. And we offer that in person or virtual. And also workshops such as this are virtual webinars. We offer information. We are looking to offer like instructor led group classes in person. Right. And you can contact us. This is our contact information, our phone number. our email, our website, and the physical address for Heron and Bridge. Right, and thank you.
Thank you all for joining. I hope you really enjoyed Shanita's presentation on ChatGPT. I think she's shown us all a lot of the different ways that you can get really a lot out of ChatGPT. I think some of the things that I just want to quickly highlight that I think are important that Shanita brought up is just that there's so many different creative ways that you can use this technology to help you, whether it be finding a healthier diet, finding alternatives, personal, professional development, whatever it may be. And as Shanita said, it may not be a perfect replacement for everything. You want to make sure that the research that you're getting and the information you're getting out of ChatGPT is accurate, but it's a really great place to just find that sounding board for whatever your questions are. But if you have any more questions about ChatGPT, feel free to contact us at Tech to Elevate, and Shanita or I will be happy to help you.